From tea boy to Prime Minister, with personal hygiene, that he changes his clothes 4 times a day. To others, he has blood on his hands. He's Narendra Modi, the man who's just been elected the next Prime Minister of India in a landslide victory. Modi is India's most divisive politician. He was once an international pariah after being implicated in a massacre in 2002 in Gujarat state, which left more than 2,000 Muslims dead. Tonight, he stands on the verge of leading the world's largest democracy. In a moment, in a part of the program we recorded earlier, we'll hear from a Modi supporter and from one of the keenest observers of Indian life and history, William Dalrymple. But first, here's his take on Modi's extraordinary story. The 2002 Gujarat riots has been especially controversial. One critic is Anish Kapoor, the Indian artist. I went to his London studios today to ask him what's so wrong with the soon-to-be Prime Minister, Modi.
Great.
When you say mass murderer, what do you mean?
It up. Modi has a certain authoritarian, completely different.
But to call him a mass murderer when he actually hasn't been charged is far-fetched. Let's have a look at his economic policy, because he did run his campaign on business and development, and really that shows that that's what the Indian people want: aspiration of jobs, a better economy, a stronger economy, and his record in Gujarat proves that. I mean, it's had a 10% growth, the rest of the country has had a 5%. Modi's administration
there might be a human rights report, but
the colloquialism to compare Muslims being run over like a pup. And European elections. One party's dominated the coverage so far, UKIP, but they aren't the only insurgents out there. The Green Party first made waves in European elections 25 years ago, but their progress since has been somewhat stopped. But you only have to look at the polls to see who's closer to the European mindset, what people are thinking, what they're more connected. Let's look at Europe as a whole. You know, is it true, though, that if you vote Greens, you're a wage or a guaranteed local records then? You know, if you vote for Greens, you've pretty much said that you pay to impose an almost 5% tax, and when you couldn't through the referendum, you pushed failure if it wasn't. If you don't make a league. Richard Scudamore's emails reveal just how deep sexism is entrenched in football. The man at the top of the Premier League has apologised, but remains under pressure to resign. But should private emails end a public career? Here's Stephen Smith on more turbulence at the top of the English game.
Sometime soon, but nonetheless,
a work email that was exchanged.
Matt, for the election TV debates, we leave you with the Republican primaries over in Idaho, where they're much less fussy about who takes part. David and Ed, take note. Good night.